Hello JHS family, I'm Celeste Neal, principal of Joshua High School, and we're glad that you're joining us so that we can show you around the school, show you a few safety changes that we've put into place. We're mostly going to go to the high traffic areas and show you where we have put significant signage up and just areas of extra precaution. Here's one of the few first differences that you will see is that we have signage up that's talking about we require masks, our safety protocol for our symptoms of corona, and the COVID virus, and also you can see that we have sanitizer that we encourage everyone to use before they come into our office. Another difference is that we will only allow one parent in at a time, so let's enter and we'll show you other precautions that we have in here. When you enter the office, you will see that our office staff has face masks on, which they will wear. We also have the plexiglass shields up so that Ms. Hernandez can take your identification so that we can check the Raptor system. One thing that we're going to keep the same is that we will still have parents use the Chromebook to check students in and out, but we will have our sanitizer. It's not here right now, but we will be sure that this is wiped down between every use just to ensure that additional level of safety for any visitors that are in the office. Parent pickup and parent drop-off this year has changed a little bit. We will still use the location where we set up last year, which is right outside of Acker Auditorium, and then the students will enter the building right here at this student, their badges. They can badge in at 7:30. If they are here before 7:30, they will not be able to badge into the building. Again, you can see signs posted reminding students or anyone who enters here about the mask, the COVID symptoms, and if you have any of these symptoms, please do not enter the building. One of the big differences that you see when you first walk into our building are just miles and miles of tape. So that all of our students can only walk on the right side of the hallway. There's arrows, and so we have taped off the areas of highest traffic in our school. So this is what it looks like everywhere. Welcome to one of our science rooms. This is our forensic science classroom. And I wanted to just show you this is one of the ways that we are social distancing and that the teacher in here has eliminated some chairs, spaced out the tables. So we're kind of doing the best we can do in these areas. One thing that we have also implemented with our science classrooms is that since they do have sinks and soap, is that we will require every science student to wash their hands when they enter the room and leave their room. That's just one more way we're getting in that extra hand wash, and also in a lab setting, sometimes the kids have to share materials, so that's just going to help with sanitizing. Also in every classroom, teachers are equipped with with a spray, wipes, and then some hand sanitizer, and we also have hand sanitizers on the walls. And then this will be used to wipe down tables, Chromebooks, in math classrooms, calculators, anything that might be common. This is one of our restrooms. Every restroom, again, has the sign about the stop the spread of germs, be sure and wash your hands. And then when you enter the restroom, you can see that we have social distance as far as using every other stall, and those are all marked off, as well as the sink area, which is every other sink. And then we have signs posted about washing your hands. Obviously, we have soap, paper towels, and then we will have a trash can, and we'll have multiple trash cans throughout the entire school. We also are not allowing students to use water fountains this year, just one more safety precaution that we don't have mouths touching that. But the district is providing water bottles for students who forget their water bottles. We highly encourage students to bring their own water bottles because they can get very expensive. We have to give every student, we have 1,200 students on our campus. So we encourage students to bring their own water bottles, but if they forget or run out, then we have systems in place where we will offer those to students. This area right here is called our student lobby, and it is a large gathering spot for students normally. As you can see, we have marked this off. Students will not be allowed to sit at the tables out here, at the benches, on the stairs. We also have this area clearly marked with our arrows, our tape. An additional change that we have made at JHS this year is with our cafeteria. We have gone from 2 lunches to 3 lunches. We still have the same number of tables, but we have limited the chairs to 4 to a table. We have signs up when you walk in that says only 5 chairs allowed at a table. That is because if our numbers get back up to where we normally are, we can accommodate 5 at a table, but right now we can get away with 4 and still accommodate all of our students. All students will eat in the cafeteria. Again, we will not eat in the student lobby, we won't eat in the hallways or any other common areas where students are used to eating. Also, you can see in our cafeteria, we have blue squares. Luckily, our blue squares are 6 feet apart. So these mark as to where students will need to stand and be in line. We've also tried not to have a lot of chairs right here along the edge so that we can ensure that social distancing. On the bottom level, our students will come in this way and stand on these lines. They will also go around the outer wall and come in that way. Another change is that normally when students arrived in the morning, they could hang out anywhere in the common areas. This year, when students come on campus, they will have to come and sit in the cafeteria, again, no more than 4 at a table. We will keep all students in the cafeteria until 8:05, at which time they will go to their classroom and be in their classroom until the tardy bell rings at 8:25 when school will start. If students drive to school, we encourage them to stay in their cars until 8:20. If they want to come in at 8:05 and go to their classroom, that's great. But we are really trying to avoid students just coming into the school and hanging out. We want our bus riders and our parents and our students who have been dropped off by their parents to really be the ones that have to be here early. At the end of the day, we will run a staggered schedule. Our walkers, our drivers, and our students who are picked up by parents will get out 5 minutes before our bus riders. When the bus riders are released, they will come to the cafeteria, and each table will be marked with a bus number. Obviously, one bus will take up multiple tables, but that way we can keep the kids separate. We can also have a better handle on what buses have been here and what buses still need to come and pick up students. This area right here is our lecture hall. It is a large area. It's usually what we use for staff meetings. But this year we've had to do that virtually. So this will be one of our isolation rooms. Since it is so big, we could potentially have to put 2 classes in here. We want to avoid that because we do have 10 other locations. We have 6 classrooms and then 4 larger areas like this, such as lecture hall, a gym, Acker Auditorium, we have another gym. So at the high school we do have a lot of room if we do have to move classes, clean some rooms, things like that. So that's where we're very fortunate in that we do have some of these areas. Another area is our library. Our library at Joshua High School is a school library as well as the public library for the city of Joshua. Right now, the library will stay closed to the public just to provide for additional safety for our students, but they have also put some measures into place to make sure that the students who use the library are safe. They have arrows. They will only allow 50% capacity in the library. They will wipe down any books that are checked out with the same solution, and they've also, their computer stations, they have separated computer stations so that they are at least 6 feet apart. We are still hard at work, or our techs are, is that they're about to work on handing out Chromebooks, but this is what we will use, this is the area we'll use for our isolation room. It is very isolated, however, it is right next door to the library, so our librarians can definitely check in on a student. We have 2 restrooms. We have a restroom here and a restroom here, as well as when you go out the door right here, we are in the foyer and we have immediate access for the parents to pick the student up where we do not have to go back through the building. This is also a direct walkway to our nurse, so therefore our students can be isolated while we are moving them to the isolation room. We hope you enjoyed our tour. Please, if you have any additional questions or any concerns about any safety measures that we have put in place, please get in contact with us and we will be happy to assist you. And we look forward to seeing you on August 31st, and all students, mask up.